Did you know that using existing research instruments can significantly enhance your study's credibility? These tools are already tested and validated, saving you time and ensuring reliability. Before adjusting or using an existing research instrument, you must obtain permission from the copyright holder. This is a critical step for ethical and legal compliance, as instruments like questionnaires and surveys are protected by copyright and licensing restrictions. The process involves first determining the nature of your use, whether you will be using the instrument verbatim by adopting it or making changes by adapting it. Many researchers overlook the necessity of obtaining permission for copyrighted instruments. This oversight can jeopardize your research integrity and lead to legal complications. Let's dive into why this step is crucial. Step 1. Find the instrument's copyright holder. Locating the right person or organization can take some investigation. For instruments found in databases, check the permission section, which might list options such as contact publisher. For instruments found in journal articles or dissertations, the original author is often the copyright holder. You may need to search online for their current contact information if the article's contact details are outdated. For instruments on a company website, contact the company directly. Step 2. Request permission. Once you identify the copyright holder, send a specific, detailed request. Many organizations, like publishers, have forms on their websites for this purpose. Your email or letter should include who you are with your name, degree program, and the research institution you are affiliated with. Why you are asking, which should include a brief overview of your research. What you want to use. Be sure to include the specific name of the instrument and whether you plan to use it as is or modify it. How you will use it. The details of your study, including how you will administer the instrument and analyze the results, and finally, for how long. The expected timeline for your project. Step 3. Understand the differences between adapting and adopting. Your request and subsequent actions depend on whether you are simply using an instrument or changing it. When you adopt an instrument, you use it exactly as it was developed, without changing the wording, order, or items. This preserves its validity and reliability, but you still need permission from the copyright holder. When you adapt an instrument, you make substantial changes, such as modifying wording, adding or removing items, or adjusting the response scale. This is common in cross-cultural research. However, since the original validity and reliability no longer apply, you must re-establish them through a pilot study or psychometric testing. Step 4. Document everything and inform your institutional review board. Keep all communication. Save copies of all correspondence with the copyright holder, especially their written permission to use or modify the instrument. Include in your IRB submission, if you are conducting research at an institution, you must include the author's written permission with your IRB submission package. Report all modifications. If you adapt the instrument, you must report the changes and your rationale in your research report. If you plan to modify a protocol for an already approved study, you must submit a modification request to the IRB before implementing the change. In summary, always obtain permission from the copyright holder before use. Clarify your approach, adopting versus adapting. Respect ethical and legal compliance requirements. When adapting, remember, you must re-establish validity and reliability. Document all permissions and include them in your IRB submission. Using or adjusting a research instrument is not just a technical choice. It is a process that safeguards the integrity, legality, and credibility of your research.